What is up, YouTubers? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Thomas Lau, and today I will be redoing my Alien review that I did when I first started this channel. I'm also doing this video because of the upcoming film Alien Covenant, and I'm excited for that movie. This movie looks really disturbing, it looks action-filled, it looks really just expansive of the lore that Ridley Scott and James Cameron created for the Alien universe. And I just want to see more of how creative the makers of these films can get. So Alien was a film that was released in 1979 and is directed by Ridley Scott. This film is also a sci-fi horror sort of slasher film, and at the time of its release, no other film really came close to how terrifying this movie was. And I think this is due to the trailer. The trailer gives nothing out. The trailer is one of the best previews I've ever seen. It only tells you what you're in for and how scary it will be. It tells you no twists, no spoilers, no scenes that reveal anything of the alien. It just shows, it probably shows a little bit of the face hugger, but it shows nothing of the alien. It just shows what the crew members are experiencing, and that's what makes a really scary trailer. So what happens in this movie is that the crew members are returning to, I guess, Earth, and they receive a signal, a transmission from this moon that they don't know the source of where the signal is coming from, and they consider it a distress call. And so they go to the moon, this moon planet, and what happens is the terrain becomes uneven, their ship gets a little bit damaged, and so they are stranded for the time being. And so the crew members start exploring what happened here, and that's where the disturbing and eerie part comes from. There are two things in this moment that just send chills down my spine. The first was when they discovered the space jockey. There's no sound in the film right now, and it's just letting the environment take over as the crew members check out the space jockey. The space jockey, even though the name's not really said in the film, is this gigantic organism, this human-like thing that looks as if it was sitting on a ship control deck, and it was trying to operate a ship and get out. And the disturbing part about this is that you don't know what went down in this area before the humans arrived. And what sets the mood for the film was when they see the hole in the space jockey's chest, and they are like, they're just really shocked at what could have done such a thing. Like, there's a hole that has cracked through its ribs. Yeah, I mean, we never know what it is until we visit Kane's scene, played by John Hurt, as I said. And this is where the story really begins. So John Hurt is, of course he's not stupid, he's wearing a space helmet. He has gear fully on, everybody does, so you don't die of suffocation. So what happens is he sees these eggs, these really grotesque, organic looking eggs, and he comes across one, and one starts opening up like a plant. And then he's curious, he's observing it, and he's looking inside, and there's this tail that starts enveloping. And then it lashes out at him, it like slaps him in the face, and we cut to inside the ship, and we see his face like cover up with this really beige looking, disgusting creature with like long fingers and a tail coiled around its neck. Now in this scene, I think I've already said enough for the film, but in this scene, you have to see it yourself. I will not be giving any spoilers because it is one of the most chilling and unexpected moment ever, and that's what makes this moment really effective. Some trivia during filming for this movie was that one of the actors was caught off guard as the scene was happening, and her fear, when it caught her off guard, augmented the creepiness factor of this moment. It made her fear seem more real, and even the shock of the other members, like, it made the scene more terrifying, and it has stuck to a lot of people till this day. It is both disgusting and at the same time really, really spine-chilling. Now I'm going to talk about one of the things I really love about this film, because there was a lot of stuff I liked, but there was also some dislikes. But I'm going to start off with the positive. So what I liked about this film was the creature design, drawn in concept by H.R. Geiger, who is not here anymore, which is sad. But man, this guy has a hell of an imagination. I think of like dark stuff sometimes, but this guy takes it to a whole new level. He mixes technology with Satanism, with how that technological horror thinks of humans and warps it in its imagination. So imagine humans integrated with robotics. Imagine having your face replaced with a bunch of wires, and your skin is metal, and your ears have like wires coming out, and your hair is made of wires. Like, it is fucked up. And this creature, the creature that he designed, is an example of that. Although it is blind, his creature, although it is blind, it is very cunning, it is smart, it is stealthy, it is very predatory, and it hides in the shadows and strikes its victims one by one. It does not give itself out in public and just goes on a heavy rampage. No, it picks you off one by one like an eagle. It's basically the embodiment of every single animal trait mixed into one, and give it a really sexual theme. Yeah, this creature is really sexual. There was one scene where, I think it was deleted, but the tail was like I'm gonna say it was molesting one of the crew members. Or something like that. It was doing something really creepy. But yeah, this alien is something out of the unknown in the imagination. It is something that is his design. Another thing I really loved that was made by H.R. Geiger was, it was in a deleted scene, and I can understand why. It was probably because of time problems, but it was the biomass that the xenomorph creates. What the biomass looks like, it's this organic, really bumpy, kind of satanic texture. It has a lot of bumps. It is very round. It is black. It is like the creep from StarCraft. It is basically the creep from StarCraft, but really, really bumpy. Now let's get to the things I did not like about this movie, and these are more like nitpicks rather than dislikes. Because this movie overall, when I rewatched it about 3 times, it was good. This movie was excellent. It was scary. It was interesting. I want to explore more of its universe. I want to know more of the story. I love the characters. This movie was perfect. It's a perfect sci-fi horror film. What I didn't like was the pacing, and this was because me and my cousin just finished watching Terminator 2, and then we decided to watch this film because I thought this movie was a sequel to Alien 2, not the Alien 3 prison one, but like, I thought we were going to continue the adventure with Hicks, and I was just like, who the hell are these people? Like, and then the ending, there's obviously the movie's called Alien, so there's only one alien, which I was disappointed by. But one thing I did not like was the slowness of the movie. It's not good if you watch this movie after an action film. This movie is built on suspense. Everything is about build-up. So what Ridley Scott's brilliance in this film is that he lets you get to know the characters, lets you get to know the main character, puts you in the environment, lets you interact a little bit back and forth, and then that's when he starts to pick you up and put you in his spider web. He lets you get to know the environment. He lets you get to know the theme of the story. He lets you immerse completely in his film, and that's when he drops his creature and lets the fun rip. Let the fun just start flowing. And that's how brilliant this movie is. It's slow, scary, suspenseful, and effective. That's the word I'm looking for. This movie has an effective atmosphere. It's in a very close, tight spot in space with only the very few people you have gotten to know getting killed off one by one till you are left. If you think about it, that is fucking terrifying. I do not want to go to space, but yeah, the pacing was a problem for me. other than that, though, this movie, I guess another problem I faced, I think I mentioned it, was just that there's only one alien, and after saving the world from Skynet and killing a bunch of machines, you think that, no, not you think, but you would want more from something else when you watch a movie, and this movie, I wanted more aliens, but there was not. The end battle was a little bit lackluster. The alien count was lackluster. But those are just nitpicks. This film is brilliant overall. The final grade I'm going to give this film is an A. The only reason why it's not getting an A plus is because of that nitpick. But overall, this film was brilliant. It was scary. It was claustrophobic. There were no jump scares. This movie was really effective. There were no cheap shots to get a 2-second adrenaline from the audience. Ridley Scott builds everything from the ground up. He gets you to know everything about his universe, and then when you're trapped in the spiderweb, he drops his creature and unleashes hell, and that's what I love about this film. There is a small plot twist, and I hope you enjoy it. It's not like Shyamalan twist, but it's something to do with someone on board. And I also love the trailer of this film and the tagline, "In space, no one can hear you scream." So what did you guys think about this film? Drop a comment below, I'll be reading. And if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. And also look forward to my Alien 2 review, and lock and load your pulse rifles. And I'll see you guys next time.